When you're struggling to really think about how do you get people in the door, how do you start to think about upskilling? Well, what could you do internally to think about that kind of a training program? That's what we did. We had to build it from scratch. And it was because we found we were having some of those quality issues. We were having challenges on the floor where folks were doing things differently. And we said, okay, we need a standard process. We need consistency. And our technical training center came from that.
The outermost diameter.
Hypertherm Associates actually started in a 2-car garage, which is our favorite story to tell. We've been around for 56 years, and we produce precision cutting solutions. And what we've seen is that as we grow, we continue to also grow our technology.
You know, any one of these pieces of equipment is $250,000 to $500,000 machine. That's not even counting the robots. And I get to come in here and play with those things, you know what I mean? So it's like a big kid who likes technical toys fantasy. And being in manufacturing for as long as I have been, I was never exposed to any of this type of technology anywhere I worked before. So upon getting hired for the position, I was put through about 10 weeks of training to basically learn the fundamentals of how these machines operate and our processes to produce parts the way that we do.
And all of that work, that body of work, we create based on our needs. So we're able to be more agile, we're able to really change with how our business changes, and then really support our associates as they continue to grow in their own careers. Our goal is to keep them here. So there's opportunity for additional skill building, there's opportunity to move on to the next level, there's opportunity to become a leader if that's what you want to do, and all of that training is provided internally.
You know, so we have different operator levels. You start at 1, and they really give you the tools and the assistance to get you to that second level. And kind of once you get to that second level, the ball is a little bit more in your court. You could continue to just be a very successful, good operator, which is very needed. But then you also have the option to, like what I did, explore climbing the technical ladder, I guess, if you will. So you're level 3, there's more training that's involved. You go back up to the training facility and then into like a PST role where they have manufacturing process technicians, which is kind of like the next level up from that, which is kind of like where I'd like to see myself at some point.
We are an employee-owned company, 100% employee-owned, and so I am empowered to innovate. I am trusted to make changes, and that is true of every team that we have.
For me, you know, it kind of makes you want to take extra steps and take some extra care. And then when we're carrying these trays of parts around, you know, I like to see dollar signs when I'm doing that. You know what I mean? That's the bread and butter right there. So, you know, there's other perks that come along with it, like we have a no layoff policy and things like that. So times get tough, things get slow, but I don't have to worry about my job.
Absolutely, base pay is important, and so that's a big focus for us. But what are the other pieces? You want to feel like you belong at work. You want to feel like your work matters. You want to feel like there's opportunity for you. That's our special sauce. Well, from machine operator to facilities to IT to finance to our executive C-suite, all of those folks participate in our programs.
There's a sense of pride, I guess, that comes along with knowing that I'm a small part of a puzzle that I think kind of benefits everybody at the end of the day, you know? Without places like this, without making certain products, other people aren't able to do their jobs, you know what I mean? It's like a big circle of life, but circle of manufacturing, I guess, instead, you know what I mean?